lot of your fans and viewers have been waiting to see Eniola since. So how's it been? I know you've always been busy, not even beyond COVID-19. I know you're always on the move. You have so many things that do at the same time, and I wonder. I always ask you, how do you cope with all the, all the things you have to do?
I know, right? It's a life. It's a life we signed for. It's a life we signed for, and I think I really do not like to be idle. That's just it, basically. I really do not like to be idle. I like to get to do something. And I have my goals. I have things I really want to do, and I still want to achieve them. That's about it.
Okay. And I know that the last time I had an interview with you, you had
that's a long time.
A long time. You had this blackboard where you scribbled.
I still have it. I still have it. I still have it. I still have it. It's right over there. I still have it.
when you had the lockdown in March, when the president announced the lockdown, how did you feel and how did you respond to the lockdown?
Okay, basically, when they started, when the noise about COVID-19 started properly, I was not in the country. Myself and Funke Akindele, we were at Dubai, and from Dubai, I went to London. So I was in London where we that was another story. That's another story for another day. So I was in London, and the media. And in London, when we were watching the TV and we were trying to listen to the news and, trying to catch up with everything going on, the way they were just talking about this COVID-19, I'm like, what's going on? Is the world coming to an end or what's going on? So every day when we wake up, we're talking about COVID-19. Before I know it, they were saying they're closing borders. I'm like, really? Can they really close borders? All of these things are happening, things we never heard before, things we never knew can actually come up. They are getting to, things are coming up. At some point, my stepbrother told me, like, sister, you need to go back home. And that time, I spent like maybe a week already in London. Not even a week already. That was about the 5th day or 6th. And he was like, you need to go back home. They are closing borders. And you don't even know when they are opening. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm supposed to leave London 31st. And I have to leave like 19th. And because Nigeria said they were closing their borders for 20th, so I got back to the country in 19th. It was crazy. I had to buy another ticket because I went with Etihad, and Etihad said they are not coming to Lagos again after the time I wanted to come. So I had to buy another airplane ticket. I came in with economy when there was no business class. No, even me, there was no time for me to start saying, oh, you have to be business class. I came with the economy class.
And since you came back, what have you been trying to do? Have you kept busy with all the
lockdown? At first, when I came back, I went on 14 days quarantine because I was in UK. So when we got back, we were then asked to go for 2 weeks quarantine, and in between, I was taking care of myself, eating rice. I was taking proper medication. Not really medication, it was just a regular vitamin C. And I was taking the lemon ginger and, all those recipe people were just telling us about then. And once again, after the 14 days quarantine, so I came back home because during my quarantine, I was in Amen Estate. So when I came back home, that was when reality set. So, at some point I'm like, can I be like this all my life? How? Where? How? Okay, what's going on? At some point I was dumbfounded. I'm like, I don't understand. What's going on? Is it that our life is paused now, or how are we going to go about it? So, we have Eniola Badmus TV. So at that point, the crew were going out to record public opinions and how people are taking this COVID-19. So somehow, some way, I'm involved and I'm busy in other way, in that area. At the same time, I have a food and cleaning essential business I do on the side. and these are the things people need at that time, which is any bad essentials. So we're trying to distribute our stuff for people to use. And at some point, there was no delivery again. No one to go deliver stuff. And we could not even go out. There was no movement. So a lot of people's stuff were just hanging on our neck. But somehow, some way, we went around it and we did it. But in between this lockdown, I've been able to get more ideas in terms of my script and my production, my forthcoming productions. We had enough time to go about to read the script, go about it, change some things. There was there was a whole lot of time for us to do a lot of things. But I must say, even the earth itself needs a break. So the world, I think the world actually needs a break. So it is.
Okay. So you think it's a positive thing?
Well, for the pandemic, no. But
Okay.
for us resting, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it means that we should be expecting your new production out very soon.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about it. What's it about?
I have like 5 productions coming up. I have
5 productions
yes, sir.
at the same time.
No, at the same time. We do one after the other. I'm just saying that's the plan for now.
Okay.
So help me God. So we're doing 3 English movies and we're doing 2 Yoruba films. So also during this pandemic, I have a film that is online on YouTube and other platforms, Madam Cash. People were able to stream and then people were able to watch it while we're at home during this pandemic. And even till now, I must say this pandemic has actually caused a lot of things. There's some production that we should have done that is waiting. There's some things that we should have done. Like now, according to the way I planned it for this year, I'm supposed to be in London at the moment now. Yes, I'm supposed to be in London at the moment now shooting. And from there, I'm supposed to go to the US to do 1 or 2 things, then come back home for first week in July. So, it is what it is. Like I said earlier, we just have to replan. The most important part of it is that we are alive and that we are breathing. So, glory be to God. If you are still breathing, we can do a whole lot of things. Like, back to the question you asked, you said, what about the production?
Yeah.
Well, I really do not want to let the cat out of the bag, but I still want my people to keep their fingers crossed and just look forward to my production. And also, Ghetto Bread is still going on different platforms, so people should also keep their fingers crossed. They will get to watch Ghetto Bread.
Okay. What are the lessons that you say you have learned at a time like this, and what are the lessons you think we should all learn as a people?
Okay. Number 1, the lesson is that I found out that everything we run after, the whole vanity upon vanity. Everything. For us to leave everything that we're doing and we could just sit in one place. Then some things that we think matters does not really matter. So first and foremost, we should seek the kingdom of God first. We should learn to love ourselves more, especially the rich people around us. We should learn to stretch our hands out to the poor, and then we should learn to share whatever we have amongst ourselves. So that's my number 1. That's number 1 for me during this time.
Okay.
Secondly, I think this time that a lot of people at home, if I'm not just talking for myself alone, I know this thing I'm about to say is also, or let me just say, some people too must have gone through this thinking, is that this time actually gave us a whole lot of time to have a rethink on other things that we can do. Before, some people think, oh, this is just what I can be doing. But now, we have found out that, oh, if I can do this, then I can also do this. There's a lot of time for us to think about new things. Let me just say that. There's a lot of time for us to think about new things. And whether we like it or not, food is really selling now, whether we like it or not. Nothing really matters anymore. Maybe we should just say the truth. People are really not buying clothes. People are not buying all the big things of life that we think matters a lot. People just want to live. So food is selling. So if people think they can
Are
actually
you into
enter
food? Are you into food?
well, I'm into essentials. I sell food essential. Well, that it is what it is. I have I have a small company that we are into food and cleaning essentials. It's called Any Bad Essentials on Instagram.
Any bad?
Yes, Any Bad Essentials. But we are into wholesale selling, so we sell basically American products.
Okay. At the time that um, Funke had her problems, how did you feel at that time? You can.
Oh my God, that's one of my red letter day, I must say. That day I was out of this world. I wasn't myself. I was just walking in between the house. I could not even sit down. I could not stand up. I couldn't think straight. I was like, what's going on? I could not even go out. I wanted to even go out. Okay, let me go there. I could not go. At some point, I even tried. The police on the road they stopped us. They had to tell me to go back. I was out of this world. I was not myself because I'm still myself in Funke and I say Funke in me. Do you understand? So whatever is going wrong is also happening on the other side. So do you understand? So I was not myself. I was out of this world. I must say I was not myself because the way people were actually going about it then was so huge. And at first I just woke up and someone just called me and you're trending. I'm like, trending? Why? What's going on? They said, Funke Akindele's party. I said, what party? I didn't even... So that was when I got to know that, okay, I now went on Twitter and the shade was too much. Everybody was just saying different things, you know. But I mean, that day was one of my red letter days. And I can't even explain it. Words cannot explain how I felt. So, how I felt that day. I was not myself. For days, I was not
You, are,
myself.
you and Funke, you've been very close for a long time. How did you develop that relationship to this point where you're so tight now? You become so tight.
Well, Funke Akindele is one person that you should know who she is, who truly Funke is, before being a friend or before being very close or before being whatever you want to be with her. Funke loves loyalty and Funke is a playful person. When Funke is cool with you, she want to play to the ground with you. Funke is when even you Funke is someone that wants to see everybody eating at the same time. Funke wants everywhere to look like, oh, everywhere is sweet, have you eaten? Funke is like a mother. Funke is like, you know, all those mother figure in the house. Funke likes to ask, are you okay? Have you eaten? Have you done this? Don't you think this is not good? Don't you think you should change this? I mean, Funke has that mother auntie figure in her. So for some reason, we are cool. And you know, Funke is funny. Likewise, I'm funny too. So I just we clicked and we really do not get things personal to ourselves. Even if Funke should say something to me, something, I mean, other people might just feel is wrong. But I don't even feel like that because we play and laugh every minute. So, La Funke, that's what I call her. So I just cool like that.